Morning. That's pretty good, right? Happy Tuesday, lovelies, nail friends. Welcome to the Daily Nail. My name is Tara, and I am going to pull up the live. All right, let's go. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. All right, there we go. I still have to pop off. I'm going to pop off this hand. We're going to do another Dipnotic Nails Mani today. Going to get a little creative, but I think it's going to be easier for me to work on my left hand since I'm right-handed. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm a couple of minutes late today because I ran over to Dunkin' and got this giant frozen mocha coffee, and it is so good. Oh, it's almost like a milkshake. Okay, so my hands are cold right now, but the color I am wearing is called Mermaid Magic, and it's a thermal that changes teal when warm, and it also has teal flakies, which really pop, when the nails are cold and purple like this. But for the most part, I had two colors on my nails the whole time. So I use Peel Base, and it's just like a liquid, almost, well, it's an air dry liquid that you put on your nails before the dipping process, and it allows you to remove your nails easily, but it's not meant for longevity. So this is ideal for somebody who changes out their manis frequently, like every few days or more. With that being said, though, I like hardly ever get pop-offs. A little bit of dip powder up here, and I don't want. All right, there we go. I got it. I don't want to jinx myself, but they seem to be coming off pretty easily. Okay.
Credit card debt is exploding in this country. For the first time in American history, Americans as a whole own more than $1 trillion just to credit card companies.
Well, I'm glad nobody's here yet because I always feel bad making people watch me pop off my nails. And you know what? This one's starting to grow out, and so is this one. I might replace those two real quick. This one's good, the thumb's good, the pinky's good, but the index and middle nails are starting to grow out. I didn't replace them all at the same time, that's why.
Got my debt down from 16,000 down to 6,000.
Yes, that's right. Under this program, anybody who has $10,000 or more in credit card debt, personal loans.
Where's my remote? I need to skip the ad. I have a 48 hours on. It's about Lori Daybell. It's called Lori Vallow Daybell Guilty. So I guess it's going to be about the trial and the whole case.
Did you do something to your children? Where are your children? Welcome back, Lori. Where are your kids? Anything you want to say, Lori? Lori? Beginning in 2019,
I'm going to turn up a little bit.
Spent months denying her missing children were
I still have green under this nail from Monday's Manny,
Something's not adding up here.
which was yesterday. All right, so middle
I'd
and
love to know the answer to that. We don't know.
ring finger. Let's see if I can get
We are very confident
these to lift at all.
never harm her children, ever.
But during 4 weeks of testimony, the prosecution chipped away at the facade of the former beauty contestant until it exposed Lori
Okay, that
Vallow
one's
the
off.
person it claimed she really was. Prosecutors have painted a picture of somebody who was ruthless. Morgan Lowe is an investigative reporter and CBS News consultant. Somebody who would do anything to get what she wants. According to the prosecution, Lori was a master puppeteer.
There we go. Those came off pretty easily.
Murder plot that left 3 innocent people dead. Her 16-year-old daughter, Tylee Ryan, her 7-year-old son, JJ Vallow, and Tammy Daybell.
I think this might be some gel. Yeah, it is.
It didn't matter what obstacles she had to remove to get what she wanted.
Hi, Mallory. Oh, you're first. How's it going?
And her paramour, Chad Daybell, since the story broke.
I want to talk to you later about something privately, okay? Don't let me forget. I wanted to message you yesterday, but I got busy with stuff. Nothing huge. I just had a question. That's all.
For JJ, everything for Tylee, they work the same.
Oi, how are you
And so I'm
today?
sure
Happy Tuesday. I'm replacing 2 jelly tips that were growing out. I'm gonna do that. Just push back these cuticles.
The couple were raising 2 children. Tylee, Lori's teenage daughter from a former marriage, and their adopted
I'm
son,
watching a 48 hours on Lori Vallow.
JJ
It's
to take care of.
Lori Vallow guilty, so it's like on the case and then the trial, you know.
Of him.
His big sister was just as devoted to him, says Tylee's best friend.
I'm good.
Rita Iho.
I'm good.
I love being around JJ and Tylee.
I'm gonna do another Dipnotic Manny today, but we're gonna use those watercolors. I was playing around with them earlier. I'm having, the boys are keeping you busy?
I just kinda
Yeah. Hi, Kendra.
play with him.
Oh, it's a pearl. Oh, that was one I was wearing. I just finished popping off, and I'm replacing 2 jelly tips real quick. I'm not even going to do anything to my cuticles. I'm just going to put down primer, dehydrator and primer.
She started reading the books of Chad Daybell. I've recently released my autobiography.
So we can just go fast.
A former gravedigger turned doomsday novelist and podcaster.
All right, that's dehydrator, keratin bond is what that one's called. Get some tips out. Of course, my little lamp's not plugged in either. I gotta do that.
At a conference in St. George, Utah. The first time Chad
All right, that means I gotta unplug my phone. It might shake for a second. Hold on. Or whenever I like touch the table, it seems to shake. Yeah, the watercolors I think will be fun. So this is what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to use these 2 colors from the new Dipnotic collection that's releasing Friday. Yay, Kendra! Oh, that's so awesome. I want another dog so bad. So does Nick. But we got to wait and see when we move if we're going to be allowed to have them. So I'm going to use these 2 colors, and then on my my index and middle nail, I'm going to use this like kind of sheer white from Dipnotic called Frosted, and I'm going to paint watercolor with the watercolors on those, sticking to purple and aqua colors in my watercolor. And then I think I'm also going to stamp either silver or gold marble lines that will look like veins, kind of, I hope, you know, and possibly even incorporate some small pearls today. We'll see. Yes, Mallory, we have to. My landlord came knocking at my door last week. Nothing in writing. So, well, first you need to know that our heater is, we share an oil tank with the apartment upstairs. So by law, the landlord has to pay for the rent because there's no way to like know how much oil each apartment is using, you know? So he has to pay for it. He came knocking at my door like a week ago, or not even a week ago, and says that once the cool weather comes, he's not paying for heat anymore, and we have to move out as soon as possible, he said. I know. Britt! Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm doing another Dipnotic Manny with the new collection today. Kendra, we can't spend money on a pet right now. The guinea pigs take all our money. We'd have to adopt. Well, we would adopt anyway.
So what makes her a danger to herself and to others?
Mallory, how are the boys? So anybody who joined late, I gotta replace 2 jelly tips quickly here. Let's get some primer in them. It's my middle nail and ring finger. So I'm excited for this, Manny, because it's going to be abstract. There's no way to F it up. You know what I mean? There's no way to go wrong on it. Mallory, I just ordered that new Revel collection that released this morning. We looked, but everything's 50% more than what we're paying right now. Because rents are so much. And our heat is included in our rent. So everything's like $1,400-1,500 a month, more than a mortgage. But my brother-in-law just rented, but it's a place in like a town that's like not close to any highways, or well, it's not far from highways, I guess, but it's like a kind of a small town. And you have to take back roads to get there, you know what I mean? But he just rented half a duplex for $1,500. So the thing is, though, we don't have the money to move right now. So Nick's like, we can look, but you know, usually they're like ready to move in or they're available the following month. We're not ready to move yet. So, oh my God, crawling already? What is he, 4 months, Mallory? He was born in December, right? He must be almost 5 months, 4.5 months. A boy obsessed with trucks. So he's into trucks. What about, does he like Thomas? Thomas the Tank Engine? Oh, the collection from Dipnotic, it's gorgeous. All right, let me get moving because I'll just sit here and keep talking and not doing anything. All right. Hi, Michelle. Your Manny's gorgeous, as always. All right. Just looking to see what sizes I got here. Okay. All right, so this one is for my ring finger. I'm putting Luxie Nails soft gel tip glue in there. And I'm going to cure this onto my natural nail. Guys, we're going to use those watercolors again today. And then I'm going to use two dips from the new Dipnotic collection. I'm going to use Fantastic, which is a light teal shimmer. Well, there's two, there's like an aqua and then a teal shimmer. that are releasing, and I'm using the lighter one. And then I'm using this holographic fine purple glitter, and that's called Mermazing. And then I'm going to use this like semi-sheer white called Frosted on my 2 accent nails, which today I think will be my index and middle finger. And then on Frosted, the 2 white nails, we're going to use the watercolors. And then I think I'm going to do a little bit of marble stamping to make it look like veins going through. I might even be able to incorporate a pearl or two on those accent nails. If not, maybe I'll put a small aqua pearl on my on Mermazing, which is the purple glitter. That's Mermazing. The purple glitter is going to go on my ring finger. These 2 will be white with the watercolors and the nail art. And then my thumb and pinky are going to be with Fantastic. And these are the 2 colors. Let me just show you now. The whole collection is gorgeous, though. I wish I got that chunkier purple glitter, Michelle. I didn't get that one. Now I wish I did. I'll have to maybe order a few. So, Mallory, did you hear me? You know that new Rebel collection that released like for this today for Powder Perfectionists, and then it will release tomorrow for everybody else. I bought it. It was $50 for the 6 dips, but I had Rebel rewards points. I had a $10 enough for a $10 coupon, so I applied that. So I paid $40, and it's free shipping. So for 6 half-ounce dips, that's a good deal. And I really like the collection. I'm not so big on like that coral color. There was a couple like I was like, but I really liked like 4 of them. So I was going to pay that amount anyway because the dips are selling for $10 each. I love the blue to light blue thermal. And my favorite one is that purple to indigo thermal. I mean, pink to indigo thermal. Love it. Or magenta to indigo, whatever it is. That's my favorite. Yeah, I'm doing another Dipnotic. I was going to do Luxie, but I'm struggling, you guys, getting those transfer foils to transfer perfectly for me. I've been working on it for days, and I am not having any luck. I watched a how-to video, and after I tried this person's tips, it transferred even worse. So I'm like stressed about it. Like, what am I doing wrong? You know, so I just got to keep working on it. I can't put out a mani that looks like crap with the transfer foils, you know. So Dipnotic it is. Plus, I want to use these transfer foil. I mean, watercolors. And this collection needs promoting anyway, so. But really, I was planning on Luxie up until like 10:15. Whoa, that's crooked. Holy, look at that. I don't think I was really paying attention to what I was doing there. Oh, this is hard to get off. I left it under for too long. Oh, it ripped. Part of it cured on my nail. Hopefully I can get it off without having... Oh, yeah, it's coming off easy. Gotta get another one, though. Darn it. Michelle, I did get that credit at Luxie, by the way. It did get credited to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. I know Britt loves this collection. You did, Mallory, with the Luxie ones? I don't know. I mean, I've used transfer foils before, but I have always, since the beginning, struggled with full nail transfer foils. So, like, when I use them, that's why I like to just, like, kind of put a little here and there, but you can't do it, like, with these patterned ones, you know? Mallory, I must have spent probably so far 4 hours total trying in the last few days.
I need so badly to just gently kiss you for hours. It would likely be
Oh, Tay Chastity.
likely or luckily. It would
How are
likely
you?
lead to nakedness. But prosecutors say the lovers were in for a big surprise. They were about to find
Just
out
gonna
that
put some more
Charles
primer
was
down.
the
Can't hurt.
beneficiary of that $1 million life insurance
I think I put dehydrator in this instead of primer. I just gotta fix one more nail, guys. I had 2 jelly tips that were growing out. Congratulations, Chastity. She's the newest Double Dipty ambassador, you guys. So she's over there with me. I'm so happy. Because I don't really talk in that chat. The only girl I kind of know is Stacy. Stacy does dip nails. I know Kimber, but she never likes my posts, never comments on my posts, and I'm like forced to comment on hers because she's at Lift Your Spirits. But I stopped. One time I made the mistake of sharing one of her double dipped manis to my stories and put my code in there, and she DM'd me and was like, hey, that's an affiliate code. Like, I shouldn't be sharing mine on her Manny because we make commission there, you know? So I apologized and I was wicked nice about it. But ever since then, she's been like, to me. So it's like, I don't really participate much in that chat at all. So I'm glad that you're there with me now, Chastity. Now maybe I will participate a little bit. You had no problems getting them to transfer, Mallory? Well, that just makes me feel worse. Jeez, I don't know what's wrong with me. And I tried so many different ways, just pressing down with my finger, with a silicone tool, with the hard part, like the side, my scissors, with a nail file, with my fingernail, everything.
Just 2 weeks later, JJ Bello went missing. This photo of JJ wearing red pajamas.
Get the black and white one then, Kendra.
2019. It is the last known photo of
Brett, what are you saying? How dare you do that, Tara? I don't understand. Do you understand? All right, hopefully I can get this thing on straight. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing this time. That might be a good thing. Britt, you weren't here yesterday, but I was telling the girls how you got your kitchen decorated, your bathroom, and how I told them you bought a bed and a really cute bedding set. Hope you don't mind me telling them all that. I didn't think you would mind. This thing better be straight.
What we learned from witness after witness is that Chad told some people
Yeah, it's
that his
good.
wife was not going to be around much longer, and that he was going to have a life.
So anyway, yeah, I'm listening to 48 Hours. Lori Davo, Guilty. That's the name of or Lori Vallow, whatever you call her. Whatever you want to call her. Her and her 5th husband.
The week after JJ was last seen, and 2 months before the world would learn that the children were missing, Lori was planning her 5th.
All right, let me just rough this up.
Prosecutors called an FBI specialist to the stand.
Did you learn whether
That's awesome, Brett.
there was ever
You struggle with foils too?
on October 2nd, 2018?
There was just one problem. Chad was still.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, I've had people do it to me before. I didn't realize it was a no, you know what I mean? So it was like, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, you know what I mean? But ever since then. And Well, forget it. I'm not going to say that my nails are prettier, but that's what I'm thinking. So, but yeah, I didn't really understand. Like, well, I guess I kind of do. Like, I would never share Brandis's Manny and then my code, you know what I mean, on a Luxie Manny. But maybe before I would have, but now I guess I know that that's nail etiquette, ambassador etiquette, I assume. So, yeah, I know. She's never lived by herself, you guys. All right, so I'm planning to do my index and middle nails white, but I have, this nail was bright green yesterday, and there's like green underneath the nail. Would acetone and a brush take that off, you think, you guys? Or acetone on a lint-free wipe? Let's try that. Because I'm afraid that with the white, it's going to come through.
Lori's still telling sister and everybody else that the kids were okay. This is like a slip-up, an early slip-up, an admission against interest here. It did not seem to worry Chad and Lori.
All right, that looks better.
17 days after Tammy Daybell's death, there was Lori dancing on
All right, good enough.
as her new husband strummed his ukulele, exchanging those rings. According to investigators,
Gel, base and gel top coat in one here on these two nails that I just put on. I'm wearing a LuLaRoe outfit, Mallory. Well, this black, like, little sweater thing is not LuLaRoe, but my shirt and my skirt are. I love their little knee-length skirts with the wide waistband that folds down. I have a whole bunch, like at least 10. I love wearing these. They're comfortable, they're stretchy, and they're not too short, you know.
soon after the newlyweds returned to Idaho, the Rexburg police came knocking on Lori's door, looking for JJ. His grandmother, Ray Woodcock.
I'm going to cure these now. All right, let's catch up on these comments. Alcohol, not acetone.
Here's Lori talking about JJ.
He's one of my friends in Arizona.
Okay, I'll remember that for next time, Tara.
Chad called that friend, Melanie Gibb, who testified he
Chastity.
asked her not to pick up the phone when the police called. Later, she says Lori asked her to lie and tell the police that JJ was staying with her in Arizona.
You live by yourself for a few weeks, Kendra?
Very weird and uncomfortable position, and I really didn't know what to do.
At first, Melanie Gibb wasn't forthcoming to the police, but 12 days later, she made a
Oh,
call
really,
to
Michelle?
and
Did I do that? Was it me?
Chad said they couldn't tell her where JJ was for her own security.
All right. Peel base. I've been using the Dip Enabler peel base from Luxie, and it's been working really well, so.
JJ, who would soon learn that his big sister, Tylee, was also missing.
A search for two children from Idaho. Listen up, you may know something. The children
I'm gonna stick with it.
It was huge news, especially to Lori's two stepchildren.
So this Manny, I hope will come out cute. I played around with the watercolors, like I did a swatch of it, but I did it over only one layer of a sheer white from Color My World. I'm trying to think of what it's called.
As the hunt for the children intensified,
Icing on the cake.
again headed to Hawaii.
Just one layer. I'll show you guys. Hold on.
Kauai authorities caught up with
All right, I think that's good. And all you can see is like really the blue tacket underneath it. But these watercolors that I have are shimmer watercolors, so they look really pretty how they shine. And I ended up using like there's 2 shades of pink. Don't mind the blue tacket underneath. It really distracts from it. Plus the sheerness of the nail. That's just one dip. I'm gonna do 2 dips of frosted. So it pretty much looks like almost clear, you know. But I use the aqua, I use the purple, and then I use the pink. And I think that's what I'm going to use. I'm definitely going to use the aqua and the purple because those are the colors of the dip we're going to use. I also took out, I have some iridescent butterflies. Probably won't use them, but they might look pretty as something shiny on the nail. So it's an option. Same with the pearls. Really, I almost wanted to do a full chrome mani. I wanted to find like a shimmer dip that chromed, and I just wanted to do a full chrome mani. But then I was like, oh, watercolors. I had to think of something quick because my plans went awry. So I go to Dunkin', right? I'm like, I have cash. I'm going to get a frozen coffee. It was like 10:40. I almost rode my bike over, but it probably took me 3 minutes longer to walk, you know, so I just walked. And I ordered a medium. It was like $5 or whatever, $5.25. But for a large, it was like $5.65. So I'm like, just make it a large. I think that's how they always get you on the upgrades, right? They just make it a little bit more. But it's so delicious. There's probably like a whole day's worth of calories in it, but it's so good.
That was a jaw-dropping moment. Right before his death, it does look like Alex was second-guessing what he had done and why Chad and Lori had asked him to do what he did.
Yeah, I didn't think it was me because I know not to do it now, Michelle.
But this one did. Alex cocks his cell phone. A tale of horror.
No curtain rods, Britt? What'd they use? Window blinds?
And it would give prosecutors the evidence they had been waiting for.
I don't have any fancy curtain rods, like the nice ones that cost more than curtains. Mine are like the cheap ones that are like white and then are like this wide, you know. But that's what all my curtain rods are. Right. I'm really excited now that May's here and like everything around me is like in color, you know, because things are blooming, the grass is green, the trees are green. I just want all bright colors. Hi, Patty. Good morning, ma'am.
According to the prosecution, Alex Cox's cell phone data placed him here for 2 hours the day after Tyler Ryan was last seen.
Oh, yeah. Plastic blinds. Yeah, that's what we have. I have curtains, but then under that are those white blinds. And yeah, like they have to be replaced like every 6 months because they get dust on them. I made the mistake once of trying to wash them. This was years ago, like 20 years ago. It was Nick and my first apartment we ever lived in together. I put a set of blinds in my bathtub. It just made a huge friggin' tangled mess. Don't ever do it. Just take the thing, dump it, and plus they break a lot. Like the little pieces on the sides next to the strings where the strings are, they'll snap off. Dominic's broken so many blinds. I don't know how he messes with them. I think he like looks out or swings them or does something, but he's constantly breaking them. Yeah, they should let you break because it's making the place look better. You know, it's an upgrade. But my apartment has wood paneling on the walls, you know. So, like Nick said, he's like, well, the good thing is our place is pretty much guaranteed to be better than here because the whole time we've lived here, no upgrades have been done to the apartment. Besides, like, the light was replaced in our dining room, and and the ceiling fan in our bedroom. But that's it, you know what I mean? So like a lot, like the carpet needs replacing. The bath rod in the bathroom came out of the wall. Like the towel rod. Just a lot of stuff. It just needs upgrades. The kitchen floor, you know, stuff like that. The apartment upstairs was redone before these people moved in. There's been like 4 different people who have lived in that apartment upstairs in the time that we've lived here, but only one person in the other apartment. Helene, my neighbor Helene.
Another demon can enter that person. And the only way to prevent that is to burn.
Oh, what do you want to paint, Britt? The bathroom, the kitchen, your bedroom, what? Get the paint with the sparkles, the glitter in it. Hey, Janet. Oh, I'm glad you made it today. How's everybody doing? So I'm going to say it again. I ordered that Revel collection this morning, you guys. The new Revel collection. So it's 6 dips, 2 are thermals. 1 is light blue when cool, but is it? No, light blue and warm. It must be dark blue and cool, right? Because usually that's how they go. I think that's what it is. So like the tips are dark blue. And then my favorite one is like a magenta or like a bright pinkish purpley color to like this blurple thermal. Gorgeous. There's this like golden yellow color with fine glitters in it. There's a teal with silver fine glitters in it. There's a coral with gold fine glitters in it. And what's the last one? Can't think of it right now. The living room, bathroom, and your room. I don't know what the living room looks like, Britt. I don't think you sent me a picture of it.
Then Lori's sister, Summer Shiflett, took the stand.
What's an additive? Oh.
She believed Lori when she told her the children were safe. Did that change?
Oh, an additive to the paint, you mean? I gotcha. I just bumped my pinky now.
Prosecutors played a jailhouse phone call between Summer and Lori after the children's bodies were found.
This phone call is painful to listen to. Summer is screaming.
Okay, so Manny plan. Who didn't see the dips I'm using yet? I'm doing another Dipnotic Manny. It's what I was originally gonna do, like didn't work out, so I had to think of something quick. But I'm really excited for this Manny because it's gonna be abstract. But I think it's gonna turn out. I hope it's gonna turn out pretty. So, all right, let me show you guys. I didn't take the white off of the swatch stick, but this is what it looks like. It would be good for peekaboo nails. It's called Frosted. Do you think I should use a solid white instead, you guys? Tara, I'll ask you. Do you think I should use a solid white on the nails that I am using watercolors on? I'm doing these watercolors again, Tara, the solid watercolor thingies. Maybe it would be better to do it on a color that's not sheer. The Crival liquids are excellent. They're the ones I'm buying next because they're only $8 a bottle and I get a discount. Yes. They're just as good as anything else I've used. The base is good, the top coat's good, and activator's activator, right? Any white, sheer or not? Okay. All right, then I'll stick with it because I don't have a lot of Dipnotic whites. I have that white from the advent calendar that Michelle sent me.
Really described her as being
Maybe I'll grab that one out. Hold on.
on cross. The defense aggressively tried to discredit Jericho's testimony.
So you now want the jury to believe.
I still have the dips in the bag, Michelle.
Under oath, and nothing of this sort
But I've used the white
talked about.
a few times. It's AC 2219.
That's why you didn't
I don't have much of it though, but it should be enough for 2 nails. I think frosted though, the 2 layers. Let me show you guys.
just didn't make this last crap up.
After 60 witnesses and 4 weeks of testimony, the prosecution rested its case. The defense declined to call any witnesses.
Your Honor, after consultation with my client, we don't believe the state has proven its case. So the defense.
This is it right here. Here's 2 layers. I don't think that's too sheer. I think it's good. Yeah, that's why I think it'll be fine. All right, let's see if we're dry. Not quite. My pinky's dry. That's the only one though. Well, my thumb's dry too.
On May 11th, 2023, defense attorney
My pinky and thumb are both going to be fantastic. So let's start with that since they're both dry. Now, Fantastic is the lighter teal in the collection, and it is a shimmer.
When did it happen? Why did it happen? That's what you've been asked.
Let's give it a stir.
Archibald
Get out my precision tool and just file it off really quick.
Early testimony from Lori's sister, Summer Shiflett.
Okay. Excited for this mini. And I'm totally screwing up because tomorrow's One Color Wednesday. But I just figured if I have time later, I'll do another mani, one color. Otherwise, I just won't participate this week.
He also directed the jury to this testimony from Lori's son, Kobe Ryan.
Who said, my mom has.
Yeah. Well, you know how long I only use Color My World liquids for. And then I got a set of Dipnotic liquids for Christmas. And I loved those too. And then I was gifted the Crival liquids, and yeah, I love them. So I ordered more base, and then she's been really good to us and sending us liquids like when we need them. So yeah, definitely order from them because yeah, $7.97 for a bottle, and you can use a code, you know. All right, so we're going to do Fantastic on our pinky and thumb. And then the ring finger is going to have Mermazing.
GPS data. Lori's not in the backyard. When Chad and Alex are.
I think I might be able to. I'll just pour over. I think I could have dipped into the jar, but sometimes I get ripples when I do that.
Archibald suggested that Lori was manipulated by Chad.
How can someone have that much control over you? Reason and common sense just go out the window sometimes when religious principles are involved. Lori sees Chad as if Chad is Jesus.
Chad sold his spiel to Lori and she bought it.
And about Tammy Daybell's death, the defense questioned whether that was even a crime.
Do the thumb.
Is it a natural death?
All they need to do is raise a couple of questions in a couple of the jurors.
But prosecutor Rob Wood would get the last word.
Lori's lies tell us she's guilty. The innocent don't need to lie. The guilty lie. Don't let Lori pin this all on one other person. She was 100% involved in this. You must convict her.
When the case went to the jury, they deliberated for 7 hours over the course of 2 days before returning with a verdict. The court shared video of Lori Vallow Daybell as she learned her fate.
In regards to count 2 of the amended indictment, is Lori Marie Vallow not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Kylie Ryan? Answer, guilty. In regards to count 4, the amended indictment.
She didn't even have a reaction.
Vallow not guilty or
And she was
guilty
found
of first-degree
guilty.
murder
They're showing it right now. Can you imagine?
Answer, guilty. In regards to count 5 of the
7-year-old boy.
is Lori
I mean, not to mention her teenage daughter, but a 7-year-old boy is like defenseless.
Tammy Daybell. Answer, guilty.
Guilty. Unaltered.
Oh, the blues?
Lori appeared emotionless. She will be sentenced at a later date.
Yeah, they were. Buy one, get one free. Janet did shop some sales, I think, on Sunday. Didn't you, Janet? Or was that you, Patty?
The crowd outside greeted them by singing JJ's favorite song, We Will Rock You. Larry Woodcock had been playing the song while awaiting the verdict. Love always wins. JJ, I love you. Papa, wish you were here. Tyler, Papa loves you. Tammy, you are part of our...
Supplying great, which I expected no less.
This is what this has been all about. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why? Power, sex, and greed. For what? For what? It's been nearly 4 years since the world lost Tyler.
Okay, so I'm going to flip and lay flat into here.
And Tammy, a mother of 5. We'll never know the lives they would have gone on to live. But we do know that they were happy. Their smiles, their laughter.
Dominic has the RICAS testing, which is Rhode Island state testing today. And tomorrow, I think. He doesn't get out of school till June 21st. That's his last day. I thought summer vacations, like, I don't know. And he goes back in August. Well, usually they go back in August. I guess it just depends how many snow days they have, but they didn't have, they maybe have 1 or 2. Just thought they would have got out earlier than that.
From moments of awe in front of masterpieces to cry laughing with your tour group. Make memories.
But they have to go, what is it, 180 days a year, I believe, right? Okay. All right, so we'll do the white now. I want to save the glitter for last, you know.
20-year-old Army Specialist Darlene Prashok is on a night out with friends in the military.
Towards the end of that night, she told her friends that
Okay, what's
she
everybody
wanted to
saying?
stay. When they were saying, hey, we want to go, it's time to leave now. She said, hey,
I thought he gets out on the 29th, Kendra.
unfortunately, that was the last time we saw her alive.
Oh, you didn't, Janet?
The next morning, police discover a gruesome crime scene.
I've experienced despite thousands of death investigations.
You guys get out next week? Wow.
Very few that,
All right, let's do frosted on middle and index.
30 years, police cannot find Darlene Prashok's killer. Now, the power of forensic genetic genealogy might just crack this case. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Bloodline.
Nancy Grace just came on. Mallory, do you watch Bloodline Detectives? Do any of you guys watch this Nancy Grace show? I know Mallory loves Nancy Grace. I'm like, she's all right, but she can be kind of bitter.
Colorado Springs, 1987, a sprawling community 1 hour south of Denver.
But I like listening to the show.
Crash shot a young soldier stationed at Fort Carson, a U.S. Army post located just south of the city.
Crash was her nickname there at the Army base. Speaking with anybody that knew Darlene, you could tell that she was definitely full of life. Just a wonderful person.
It's March 16, the day before St. Patrick's Day. A huge storm hits.
Oh, wow, that's awesome, Janet.
Gets off work early.
Oh, that's right, Kendra. You said that.
Ended up at a bar called Shuffles. The Shuffles nightclub. It's on Academy Boulevard.
Nick's grandma, she gave me a $25 gift card to Walmart for Mother's Day. But I just gave it to Nick. I was like, just use it for things we need. But then after talking yesterday, I was like, you know what? I should use it. He's like, I'm not going to spend it. So when there's something you want, let me know. I think now I'm like, I should get a bra, a comfortable bra.
Friends leave Darlene Crashot there at the bar. But just a few hours later, 2 Colorado Springs police officers on routine patrol make a horrible discovery.
They were patrolling an area that was a high crime area for other types of crimes, robbery, burglaries, and things like that. They just happened to be going down an alleyway at about 5 o'clock in the morning on that very cold next morning. And when they were driving down that alley, they looked up next to a dumpster and they saw what they believed to be a mannequin.
Let's do a second layer.
So they parked their police cruiser, they got out and walked over, and when they walked over, they realized immediately that it was not a mannequin, that it was the body of the victim, of Darlene, there on the ground before them.
They found her body and immediately secured the scene. They checked to see if Darlene had violence.
Kendra, where did you guys go to eat on Mother's Day?
They made the notifications, and the homicide unit was activated to respond and continue the investigation.
One of the more kind of violent scenes that I've ever been involved in. She is found partially nude. She has multiple pattern abrasions on her body that are consistent with bite marks, scratches, as well as blunt push trauma.
After Darlene's body was discovered, the core
Still see a little of, looks like yellow now, but it was green dip.
They believe that she was thrown from
Under this nail, but it's like up high.
There were tire marks that led up to it. The body was there, and tire marks that had led away.
But we'll be decorating it, so I'm hoping it will be fine.
They don't believe the attack actually happened there because there was no other signs of a struggle or a sexual assault or blood actually in the snow itself.
We're not sure if she was actually killed somewhere else, and it was just that her body was taken there because it was a secluded area and dumped out. We don't know if maybe the killer drove to that location, sexually assaulted her.
I think my middle nail is off center, but I'll just fix it with filing. It is still a little crooked. This nail, this finger is crooked anyway, so it's like I have to put the nail on crooked, but usually it doesn't look this crooked. I should be able to balance it out though. Oh, okay, Britt. Yeah, try to come back. Oh, you went to a Mexican restaurant? The community college is expensive, Janet? And now for mermazing. I'm going to try and dip right into the jar for this one. This glitter is like jam-packed. There's not a ton of acrylic, so the coverage is really good. And it's a holographic glitter, you guys. Super pretty.
A lot of people came forward. All of those people participated with the investigation,
particularly it was most helpful is that they collected DNA samples from all of those individuals, which is pretty impressive given this was 1987 and DNA at that point wasn't terribly prevalent. But all of those individuals volunteered that. The detectives that handled it back in 1987 laid the framework for this case in a very, very good manner.
Can Colorado Springs detectives use the few clues they have to bring them one step closer to Darlene Crashot's killer?
Oh, Mallory
That's
must not
next
be here
on
anymore, huh?
Frontline Detectives. Colorado Springs, Colorado, March 16, 1987, the night before St. Patrick's Day. 20-year-old Darlene Crashot
Okay.
out having drinks and fun with fellow soldiers from nearby Fort Carson. Her friends go home.
There's one dip of mermazing.
Police out on routine patrol find Darlene Crashot brutally murdered. They immediately examine the scene for any clues left behind.
They'll put up crime scene tape. They'll make sure that nobody can come into the scene or leave the scene. The body actually isn't touched by any of the homicide detectives until after the coroner
Let's dip right in again.
piece of evidence. And even then, typically the body won't be touched by the detectives until the autopsy, if it's touched at all. The reason for that is that the body is actually considered legally the property of the coroner, really, at that point in time. And so the detectives can't go and manipulate the body in any way without permission of the coroner first.
The crime scene investigators, after arriving on scene, their first priority is collecting that evidence, preserving it, keeping that integrity of the evidence so it doesn't get destroyed. So you can imagine that crime scene, just the size of it being on the backside of a strip mall. They basically search back.
Close this
front.
up.
They're going to note anything as far as cars that might have been parked when they arrived. They're going to photograph everything. They're going to collect all the evidence. They're going to start knocking on the business doors, saying, hey,
So, Tara, I got a question for you. Okay, on the back of this, it says it dissolves in water and melts in a dip.
being in the winter, the wind was blowing, there was snow on the
What do you
ground,
think that
so
means?
it's needed to be collected
Dip
in a
powder?
fashion, so they weren't
What does that
collecting
mean?
snow or snow didn't melt.
Are they talking about if you wanted to add some of this pigment to a dip powder? What do you think?
Collecting and preserving the evidence.
Thoughts, ladies? Any of you on that? Do you know? Let me brush this off.
An identification card was found that identified
Make sure
the
it's
deceased
dry,
as
though.
Darlene
Yeah, it
Crashot.
is. Okay.
We're looking for things that would allow us to tie who came to that scene and dropped the body, but also the body itself.
Shoot,
Can
I
we
just
use
picked up
it then to find evidence that not only is
some
tied
glitter.
to the perpetrator, maybe to the perpetrator's vehicle, or the scene, or the location where she was originally killed. And so that's part of the responsibility of the scene in this case, is for the coroner to come, identify the body, look at what kind of weapons, what kind of issues, what kind of trace evidence
Okay, that's better.
on the body that can help link the perpetrator as well as the location where she was actually killed.
One of the pieces of evidence they had found at the crime scene was 3 cigarette butts. And detectives were able to determine that whoever found her body there decided to smoke a few cigarettes before dumping her off. Like, who would do that? Just
Oh, he's going for
so
mechanics,
blatantly not
Patty?
care about what actually happened.
Yeah, you don't know what it means, Tara.
Suffered an extremely
Yeah, weird, right?
death at the hands of a sadistic killer, but very few solid clues left behind. As it happens so often in cases much like this, homicide detectives pin their hopes on the medical examiner's autopsy.
The autopsy indicates that Darlene was strangled. The ligatures.
Let's encapsulate. I'm going to encapsulate all of the solid nails first and then the glitter nail last, just because I feel like if I get any glitter on my brush or in my clear, it'll be after I've already encapsulated everything else.
That resulted in numerous injuries. Careful examination of the body in this case reveals circular pattern abrasions or scrapes that are consistent with what we know as to be bite marks. Now, historically, in this period of would have been used to try to identify the perpetrators themselves, to try to match their teeth to the body, to the injuries.
The autopsy does provide insight into the terrible trauma of Darlene's fight for her life.
The autopsy reveals multiple defensive injuries, which are injuries that are sustained when someone's fighting back against a predator. Darlene has multiple bruises, scrapes, and scratches of her forearm. She has injuries consistent with those bite marks on her extremities as she's trying to force the person off of her.
Dominic had a dentist appointment yesterday, like for a teeth cleaning and stuff, exam and all that. And he's never had a cavity, so he's doing good
Colorado Springs police asked military
with it,
investigators from Fort
but
Carson
he hates
for their
going.
help. After all, Darlene Prescott spent her last night alive partying out with fellow soldiers. So the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division
There was a glitter on my nail.
searches within the military for a possible suspect.
The Army's Criminal Investigation Division worked hand in hand with us from the beginning. CID agents from the Army worked with our homicide detectives, paired up and split resources, and the Army Nexus helped because the Army was able to make soldiers be present for these interviews. Whereas, on the civilian side, a lot of times people will avoid us. You don't answer calls, they don't answer their door, they don't speak to us at work, things like that. In the Army, you have to follow orders, and a lot of times this was such a big deal on active duty soldier being murdered in the community, especially in this fashion.
Statistics show most murder victims actually know their killer in one way or another. So Colorado Springs detectives and military investigators focus on Darlene's close circle of friends.
There was no evidence that the victim in this case was in any
Oh, that's
with
awesome.
anybody, or that she had been fighting with anybody, or was enemies with anybody like that.
That's awesome, Janet.
Engaged at the time, but her fiance was down in military training, and so they knew that he had a solid alibi. There was no way.
All right, now I'll encapsulate the purple nail here.
Had no motive for the murder either. She did have an ex-husband. She had been recently divorced, but by all accounts, that divorce was relatively amicable. They didn't have any issues. I know that he had another solid alibi as well, and so those two first obvious leads went away very quickly.
Investigators use standard operating procedure. They retraced Darlene Prescott's last movements just before the night she was out with her friends.
One of the things that detectives did was essentially track down almost every person that was in the bar that night. It was really impressive to read through their reports from 1987 and all the people that they talked to. They must have done so much work to find this many people, even if it was right around that time.
All right.
They were going off
I
of
just said good job to
limited
myself.
information. It was all word of mouth. That didn't really generate a whole lot of leads.
Police focus on two young men who were also.
Although if I was going to use those butterflies, I maybe should have encapsulated them already, huh? But I don't know where I'd want to put them.
Those were kind of early on tagged as potential suspects.
All right. Plus, butterflies are different from mermaid theme. All right, guys.
And then they left together that night.
Let's activate.
Now, one of them turned out to have a really solid alibi because he went and met up with his girlfriend that night. But whenever they found him, it was kind of an interesting side story there because he had scratch marks on his back. And so they went and talked to him and asked him about how he got those scratch marks. And it turns out that was from consensual sex with his girlfriend later that night. But they had to confirm that, of course, with his girlfriend. They were able to once again rule out suspects very early on. But as far as identifying anybody right away that they really thought could have been responsible for this crime, they weren't able to do that. And so that's where the DNA became so important.
There we go. I'm going to open this window here. It was kind of cool this morning. 40s or maybe 50. But it's warming up now.
No real front runner.
All right.
Multiple police fail to deliver a suspect. Weeks turn into months. The investigation into Darlene's murder.
This is what they look like after activating.
Husband were cooperative and compliant soldiers from all different units.
Got a little bit of bumpiness in here. I should have pressed it down.
Suspects
sketch was made of someone that was seemed to be dancing with Darlene, but she was friends left.
Okay, so we're gonna wait. The other thing is with these watercolors, it comes with like eyeshadow applicators, you guys. And I actually liked them better when I used them the first time, and I didn't like how it was looking. I used brushes, but these worked better for me.
The murder of Darlene Frashot remains
Oh, there's instructions on the bottom. I don't think I ever noticed those. Oh, they're stuck. How do you get it? How are you supposed to read the instructions underneath? Oh, maybe they're not instructions. Yeah, they're definitely instructions. They're numbered. Oh, well. So, look, there's... Let me show you the colors we got. So there's like an olive greenish gold. It's like an olive green. Then this looks almost like a champagne gold. This is like a peachy, and then we got an aqua, a purple, a blue, a silver, a gold, a lighter pink, some other shade of gold. That might be bronze, a darker pink, and then we have white. So hopefully, I'm feeling good about this one. So I want to paint these on, and then depending, I'm leaning towards gold, but I'm open to silver too. Putting some type of a vein, stamping some type of a vein through it. And then maybe we can figure out something with the little pearls. We'll see. Put this back.
We have good male DNA as being our suspect. Why haven't
Thoughts, you guys?
reading that initial case? I knew the old investigators that had originally worked on.
Are you talking to me? I don't remember, Patty. Sorry.
After reading
I go from one thing to another, you know.
early on, her parents were involved. They would frequently reach out to the police department to see if there was any new updates.
That is
So I
delicious.
picked up the phone and called, introduced myself, saying I was assigned the case.
Oh, and the cool thing about that collection tower from Rebel that I ordered is I don't have to wait. Like, it qualifies for free shipping, so I don't have to wait till next month's Revelist Club dips to come before I get those. You know what I mean? So Patty got a new little part-time job. She's sitting with an elderly woman, keeping her company, watching TV with her. Patty, do you make her meals? Help her get up to get to the bathroom, you know, things like that. But she's, I guess, gets around pretty well and has all her wits about her, so that should be enjoyable. I love being around older people because they have so much wisdom. They've seen so much, you know. Let me get rid of this tray. We don't need it anymore.
Investigators firmly believe her killer most likely has struck again.
Probably ready
For a match within the National DNA
to
Database.
get to filing.
What's important to keep in mind in DNA is that there's no central database of every human being. You don't put the DNA in that spits out who this person is, where they live, and what's their phone number. You can only search databases.
Kendra, you're awfully quiet. You still here?
Through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, that was really the essentially for violent perpetrators. If you hadn't committed,
Michelle, are you working today?
there was no database.
Did you enjoy your day off yesterday?
That's still like the advent of DNA and then searching that CODIS database of those violent offenders, unfortunately did lead to this. So this is not someone who was in the system. They were out there, but we just didn't have their DNA at that point.
Another dead end. The CODIS database does not find a match. Colorado Springs Police and the U.S. Military Crime Unit search for a new scientific strategy.
I came into the picture around 2015. I was assigned the case to review and try to identify if there were any new leads and angles we could
You're in the
pursue.
shower?
It was really thoroughly documented. And it was really easy to identify what evidence
Patty, what time are your hours there?
about us sometimes in these cold cases. Once I
Are
had
you doing the overnight? Well, you must be doing the day shift, right? What are your hours, Patty?
Police Department cold case team,
And what's her name?
have a collaborative conversation and see what we could do.
Did you tell her that you're listening to your nail friend? You should put me on the TV. What are those for?
Had a high probability of being solved, but only if we move some.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you love that, Manny. It's gorgeous.
No suspect DNA had been entered in the CODIS to match what we had gotten from the crime scene. Physical evidence collected.
What's what for, Patty? What are those for?
Determined that the Parabon nanolam, which we would use for genetic phenotype snapshots, could also be used for a new technology or a new process called genetic genealogy. Agent Beltry, I could tell she was very invested in the case. Came to me and said, military.
Yeah, I saw you ended up using mermaids. I mean, not mermaiding, mermaid magic instead of the two teals. You just used one, right? I think. I don't know. I've seen so many Mannies with this collection so far between all the girls.
To identify relationships among people. And so we can use it in law enforcement by trying to identify how a match in a database might be related to a suspect by building family trees and ultimately identifying that person.
Military, CID, and Colorado Police agreed to proceed with genetic genealogy. Parabon Nanolabs takes the sample and they launch a search for their unique DNA match.
They take the suspect DNA once they have the profile developed and they enter it into these public databases.
It's
And
good.
when they enter it, they can run a search. And the search will produce cousin, possible third cousin. They share this amount of DNA in common. And they do that with several matches for our suspect DNA. And they find common ancestors. And then they can work those common ancestors down through their descendants to see who of those descendants might have been in Colorado at that time, might fit the age of our suspect. And that's
You just warm up her meals? Oh, okay. So you don't have to cook them. So it's pretty much just keeping her company.
Painful years after Darlene Crashot.
You help her get dressed in the morning. What are your hours, Patty? You didn't tell me that.
With a possible breakthrough.
After I was familiar with the process, we got an email saying that the results were in.
You should do her nails for her sometime. Does she know you do your own nails and stuff?
And the analyst from Parabon said we have a match to the person in your patient report identified as unknown individual.
I wonder if she would like that.
I felt like jumping up for joy and running around the office. You just don't get better news than that. When they built those family trees on either side of unknown individual number one, they found that intersection. That intersection bore one son, and that one son was a soldier who was stationed in Fort Carson.
All right, I got to straighten out this nail now here.
They knew right away it wasn't just coincidence, right? It wasn't just that they had their lead and this is just like some random guy living out on the East Coast or something. This was somebody who's actually stationed in Fort Carson at the same time as our victim was during the time of the murder.
The suspect name that was produced to us by Parabon was Michael White. He was a soldier in the Army at that time, stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado. He had no history that was known as far as violence, just some routine traffic citations.
All right, that's better.
Ultimately, his name was nowhere in the case file.
Detectives have a name. They began to take a closer look at Michael White.
Okay, so now I'll show you the shape of my middle nail. Remember how it was crooked before? I mean, my finger itself, as you can see, is crooked. See, it goes like there. It kind of hooks off. So, but it looks better than it did.
He was ever identified or interviewed as part of Darlene's initial investigation.
Oh, it's watercolors. What solid watercolors? Oh, 7:30 to 4:30? Wow. Patty, every day though? No, just a couple days a week. 2 or 3 days a week, you said, right? So yeah, Patty, this box here is shimmer solid watercolors for nail art. We're going to use it today. You just add a little water to it.
Method used in Darlene's murder. Well, we found some that were kind of matches, not really full matches. And then once Mr. White was identified as being the possible suspect in that case, we looked at where he was stationed during his military career to see if there was anything matches. While we did find cases that had some similar characteristics.
Hey, Chastity, did you get your roses yet?
So it's hard to believe that something so violent.
She's still here?
Specifically was one-off.
I've been wondering if
That went back and forth on this. I
if
have
she's
my own
gotten them, if they shipped or what, because remember they were pre-orders. Guys, the worst thing about us moving is we just buried our dog in the backyard, you know what I mean? Now we're gonna have to leave him.
We were all thinking this is either not his first time or it wasn't his last. So that's always.
I don't even know if the people upstairs know they gotta move yet. He knocked on their door the day he knocked on mine, but nobody was home because they work, you know.
They close in on Michael White. The next step is to obtain a DNA sample from White without alerting a possible killer.
I don't know if that was good.
No, sorry, son.
My mother doesn't even know. I talked with her briefly on Mother's Day, but I wasn't gonna bring it up. Alright, that looks pretty good.
Colorado Springs, 2019. Detectives closing in on a suspect they believe murdered.
Filing is really easy. It should be, you know, fine glitter and solids, but it is.
Horribly sex attack, torture, and
Everything applied so nice.
Thanks to forensic genetic genealogy, police finally have at least a suspect and a name to go with it: Michael White.
Military background, and we saw that he had been posted all across the United States, Europe, and Hawaii. And after retirement, moved back to Denver when he worked for telecommunications.
Police then launch a background check. They're trying to establish Michael White was in Colorado Springs at the time Darlene Prescott was sex attacked and murdered. The next step is to secure his DNA sample without alerting White.
They knew that they needed to collect a sample directly from Michael White to compare against the samples that had been taken from the items of evidence that were found at the crime scene. And so what they did was they looked more into where Michael White was at the time, in 2019, and found that he was living in Georgia. They actually followed him from his home one day, watched him go to work. They kind of waited for lunchtime, waited for him to leave his place of work, and he went to a burger
Yeah, that
restaurant
looks.
and sat down and had a burger. And while he was sitting there,
Yeah, that looks
and he was
good.
drinking from like a red hard plastic cup.
Basically, what the court says is if I put something in the trash, I have no expectation of that being mine or no expectation of privacy. So as far as law enforcement, they can reach in the trash, grab it, and we can submit it. Those detectives grabbed that cup, placed it into evidence. They swabbed the door handles of the vehicle he was seen in that day. Those samples were also sent into a lab. Now it's
Hey.
So the idea was to send that trash to the Army Crime Lab to test his DNA.
Just getting any little bits of acrylic off I see on my skin here.
Because the genetic genealogy identification wasn't enough alone to make an arrest.
Darlene Prescott's cold case team finally gets the news they've been waiting for.
They found for the first time that it was a conclusive match. That the person that was sitting at that table drinking from that cup was the
Looks
person who
good.
collected their DNA at the crime scene in 1987.
And when that came back to be a match, that was enough probable cause for the detectives to then get an arrest warrant for Michael White.
We took steps to ensure we could make notifications to Darlene's family if and when Michael White was identified as the suspect and if and when we made the arrest. We figured out where he was living and what his schedule was and let Jessica Beltry and her team at CID know. And they flew overnight from Hawaii to Colorado Springs so they could be present for the arrest.
I'm gonna buff.
From the Metro Fugitive Unit again assisted with surveillance and we determined that they would need to do it. Instead of surveillance, swimming around the house.
Oh, that's good.
And his wife came out of the house several times and looked in the yard. The determination was made that we were going to make contact and make no effort to
Now, police have only one thing left to do.
Oh, with your dog, Patty?
So the suspect
Yeah, that's
and
kind of
murderer,
sucky, you know?
young Army
Like with Bulgy, he was cremated, our first dog. So we have his ashes. With Sammy, we cut some of his fur. So we have that and we have his collar, you know, his dog collar with his tag. We have both of theirs. So they're on a shelf with my father's ashes and Nick's father's ashes.
His name, Michael White. He had been a soldier at the same base as Darlene when one night she is subsequently tortured and murdered. Then the beautiful 20-year-old girl flies behind a dumpster.
I remember being on the backside of his residence and the tender unit detective knocked. They went inside.
Okay.
For 2 or 3 minutes. I heard radio communications that they had taken him into custody without issue. I came around the backside of Mr. White's house about the time they were placing him in the back of the police car.
When law enforcement went and arrested him, the detective's remark was that the look on his face was like he'd been expecting this day for a long time. Michael White was arrested, brought back, was interviewed.
I'm just going to use the ergo file.
Enforcement that showed him Darlene's crash photograph was that looks like my ex-wife. Otherwise, denied knowing Darlene Crashawk or recalling her other than she looked familiar to him as his ex-wife.
He voluntarily submitted to an interview. He certainly acted like he had no idea what they were talking about or what they were there for or anything that had been going on. But they kind of dug into his past a little bit, got some answers about what he was doing in 1987 and where he was. And at that point in time, they had the warrant to take a sample from his person directly. And so they did take that sample directly from his person, and they tested that sample that was taken directly from him.
It's going to be 81 degrees. Beautiful day.
Bloodline detectives have 2 complete DNA matches linking White with semen found on the body of Darlene Crashawk back in 1987. And they feel confident they've got the evidence to secure a conviction. But of course, there's a hitch. The Colorado statute of limitations states too much time has passed to formally accuse White of rape.
While we had to dismiss the sexual assault count, it was still the basis for felony.
Cuticles are looking really good. I hate how they look when my jelly tips start growing out, but I love how they look with a fresh set.
But it was still the basis for the felony murder charge that we did have.
Michael White decided to take the stand and testified in his trial. His statement then was that he didn't remember or recall Darlene Crashawk, which I just found inconceivable given the amount of media coverage that this happened at that time. The fact that he was stationed at the same base with her, I mean, it was plastered all over the news. For him to just say that he didn't know or remember Darlene, I found almost offensive because he did know. He remembered Darlene Crashawk.
Okay.
More years pass until a jury in 2021 listens to all the evidence. Michael White takes the stand in his own defense, and he stupidly
Okay, I am going to clean off the nails with some alcohol, and then we'll get to work on some fun nail art.
murdering Darlene Crashawk.
tossing around the idea of getting Sean an urn for his dad's ashes. It would not be weird. Was he close to his dad, Chastity? I think it's a very touching and sentimental gift.
You can commit this type of a crime and be capable of remorse, especially when you consider those 3 cigarette butts. They were smoked down as they filled it, and there wasn't one, there were 3. And if that was the body's on site, that means that he had to have stood there and stared at that body, dragging all 3 of those cigarettes. There's no remorse in this killing, and there was no remorse shown by Michael.
Okay.
It was strange to be in the same room with him right there, and then also in the same room with Darlene's parents. But I was very grateful that her parents were alive and well to witness the trial of Michael White.
Some white acrylic right here. I'm trying to get it off.
But I'm hopeful that it brought them some sense of peace, knowing that both Colorado Springs Police Department and Army CID never gave up on their daughter, that ultimately justice was served for her.
Later, the team reflects on how they solved a seemingly impossible case.
Jessica Beltry worked incredibly hard, possibly harder than anybody else on this case. It was a very good coordinated effort between CSPD and the Army Investigations Lab as well. They worked very close, hand in hand with one another.
I've had the honor and privilege of working high-level complex investigations like homicide. A good part of my
All right.
big part of my livelihood. Just knowing that one.
So let me think. When I did it before, I just put a layer of dip. I activated, then I put it right on. So I'm just going to paint it right on to the nail. I'm not worried about, cause I'm trying to think, like, if I mess up and want to erase it, would like base coat be better underneath? I don't think I'm going to use it though. I think I'm just going to go direct on the nails.
The advances in genealogy and DNA.
And I definitely want to start with like aqua and purple, right?
Without this new database, without this new material to compare it to.
And they do come dark, pretty dark.
It really is at this point the greatest tool we have. And searching cold cases.
So I just dipped it in some water.
Or the willingness of the citizens of individuals who are obviously curious about their own background, their own history, their own genealogy, to submit that material. It undoubtedly will continue to provide law enforcement and folks such as myself critical information. It allows us to bring closure and justice to cases and tragedies of long ago.
We'll go all the way
I would
down like
anticipate
that.
there are going to be many more cases like this coming down the line in the future. I think that genetic genealogy is single-handedly what solved this case for us.
Michael White would never have been caught without DNA technology and genetic genealogy. Had those distant relatives not submitted their DNA into those databases, who knows if he ever would have been caught. He was living this normal life. He was married. He lived an hour and a half away from the crime scene. He had no criminal past. He never thought he was going to be found.
The advancements in forensic technologies and advancements in DNA, I think you have a lot of detectives out there now just smiling, going, you know what, it's a matter of time. You know, so the criminals out there that think they've got away with things for years and years, may not have
All right, I'm going to leave that like these like this for right now. And let's go into some pink. Actually, let's go into purple.
Teamwork really means. Darlene's brutal death at the hands of another soldier demanded teamwork on the part of others. The Colorado Springs Police, the Army Criminal Investigation Division, and of course, the scientists at Parabon Nano Labs. Their efforts, along with groundbreaking forensic science, finally brings a killer to justice after 32 years. I'm Nancy Grace. Thank you for joining us here at Bloodline Detectives.
Okay. So of course I'm just like putting these however I want. No rhyme or reason, you guys. I do want to add some pink to it. Let's go with the lighter pink.
It's organic.
Maybe a little darker pink too. I don't think the white will show up, so I'm not going to do white, I don't think.
It was a special shadow for an 18-year-old girl to be brutally murdered.
We're either dealing with a sick son of a bitch or somebody trying to dispose of some evidence.
Was I obsessed? Absolutely, I was. I did receive death threats, but I wasn't about to stop.
There were 8 people that last saw Shannon alive.
One of the kids knew something about the case.
Someone was lying. When an investigation
Okay. I need to add a little more blue to this now.
years pass and hope fades. But for the families of the victims, these cases are never cold.
Ooh, this sounds like an A&E.
Truth takes time.
What do you guys think?
In Newaygo, Michigan, single father Bob Siders leaves to work the night shift at the local bottling plant. His only daughter, 18-year-old Shannon, spends the evening with friends. When Bob returns home the next morning, Shannon is gone.
Can you guys see it? What do you think?
And the town of Newaygo would be haunted with a question for 25
I'm gonna add, I got a little on my skin too. Some purple. Should come off with like spit, right?
17th of July.
um,
Last time I saw Shannon.
let's add some silver, and then we'll do silver veins instead of gold.
And when I come home, Shannon was nowhere to be found.
No.
I had a few phone calls to a couple of friends who asked if she was with them. Called some parents to find out if possibly they knew where Shannon was. I actually went outside and hollered around the neighborhood because sometimes she'd be willing to make stuff. There was no response. I finally put the local state police poster. The reporter was a missing person. My daughter, she was a typical young child growing up.
I don't like that. Silver. It looks more like gray.
My wife decided she didn't want to stay married anymore, so we ended up getting divorced, and I got custody. So I ended up raising Shannon. She was missing. Let's find her and bring her home.
Let's see if I can cover it
There were
up.
so many different things that Bob did to get the word out about his daughter. He did everything he could in his power to say, hey, my daughter.
All right, I guess I'll leave a little of it. It doesn't look bad. It kind of looks like it's added depth to it a little bit.
Yeah, sent copies of the flyers to every police post in the state.
There were a lot of sightings around town. People that knew her came into the police and said, I saw her.
and they were certain that it was her. One of the tips that came in indicated that there was a Shannon hiding out at a drug house in a nearby town.
All right.
The girl was hiding.
Okay, so I'm gonna stamp on these now, you guys, but I like them.
Police go out to the dope house. This is a small community. How many Shannons could be hiding?
All right, let's see how it's gonna look with the stamping. Thoughts, you guys? Anything?
Unfortunately, it wasn't the right Shannon.
After Shannon went missing, people are talking. Rumors are flying. I was 15 years old working at the sheriff's department.
Clean our
I
plate.
answered a phone call. The voice was
Clean our
excited.
stamper.
Almost yelling into the phone. He said,
Should I do silver or gold, guys? I already did a little bit of silver, so I think I'm gonna
I don't know what to do. I just
go with silver. I got my stamping polishes right here. Of course, there's like pink and stuff, but I want to do the metallic look.
But nothing came.
Got my
When
scraper.
that phone call came in, we'd only known that she'd been missing. I thought, my God, maybe Shannon had been murdered.
And I'm gonna go individually here with some small ones, one at a time.
Two individuals out in the woods, kind of in the middle of the forest where it was off the beaten path. And they came across two separate pieces of identification.
This one made a mess. I gotta do it again. It didn't wipe up the whole image. Like it didn't scrape it good. Maybe I'll do a different one.
Went out to locate where these cards were found. In addition to the cards, there was a pair of blue jeans.
Let's try this one.
If the jeans do belong to Shannon, then that would lead me to believe that something probably
Okay.
had happened to her.
All right.
The area where these things were found, they called it a hole in the woods. It was a well-known party spot for local kids.
I'd gone out there myself in my teenage years. Didn't know that was the spot where they went.
Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna add more.
And I, at that point, was very worried.
Oopsie.
I was looking into a body or a grave. Talk about it.
I wonder if gold would look better.
I think some people have that ability. Not everybody. And I determined that I don't. Because she didn't say, Dad, I'm over here.
The south end of the Manistee National Forest.
Let's try this one.
This is the same location where Shannon's two pieces of identification had been found a month earlier.
Okay.
In western Michigan, deer hunting is a big deal. So a hunter would.
It's not super noticeable, the silver.
Plantation.
Let's try this one.
The hunter went to the state police post in Newaygo and reported.
We got a phone call about 10 o'clock. And my girlfriend, at the time, Linda, answered the phone. And I had troubles.
All right, I think I'll leave it
Travel experiences at GetYourGuide.com.
like this. It's pretty subtle, you guys, though. Should I throw some other black in there maybe or something? Black stamping? Hi, Britt. Maybe black would help make it pop. Thoughts, you guys? I'm glad you're back, girl. So this is what I got so far, and like I stamped on these nails, if you can tell, and used watercolors, but the stamping, it's like marble like lines, but it's in silver. I'm thinking about going over it in black, you guys.
And I talked to Detective Miller. He told me, had I gone off into the wood line, I would have found her. That's where she was.
Shannon's body was found almost 3 months to the day from when she was reported missing. Local medical examiner was brought in. The injuries were examined thoroughly. She had several injuries in several different locations. She was brutally beaten, and ultimately the cause of death was blunt force trauma to her.
Looks
There was evidence to
worse.
suggest that she'd been victim to rape due to.
But it's there, so I don't have a choice now.
Back, her legs somewhat spread.
Her shirt was pulled up above
I might be able to wipe it off really quick. Let's try.
The skin around her perineum, around her genitalia, appeared to have been inside.
It's taken off everything.
Either dealing with a sick son of a bitch, or you're dealing with somebody trying to dispose.
I got a regular white nail now. All right, all that watercolor is gone.
I went to the local funeral home and made her in for the funeral. One thing I knew for sure, she didn't work for 3 months. I never did. Didn't want to. For the pallbearers, I have to give it to
All right. I guess I'm just gonna. I gotta go back to this for a minute.
not knowing who killed her. I think they're pallbearers.
What do I do with my little dish of water?
I think years of years, her friends, buddies, crowd.
Where's my little dish of water?
Because of that. So
Did I knock it on the floor?
And they were all females. You know, we really did it. So somebody still.
That's so weird. Do you guys see it?
I don't want somebody to kill you.
I'm gonna go grab another one, I guess. I don't see it.
At the funeral, almost the entire high school was there. Shannon was the type of person that you could tell anything to without
Super
judgment.
weird. Maybe I knocked it over or something.
And caring. I know that we would have always been a part of each other's life.
All right, let's see.
A couple of friends Monday, you know, they could have a letter. And his other remembrances in the casket. And I told them they were to Shannon, they were given to Shannon. So I don't know what they said.
The original investigators had asked the Michigan State Police behavioral analysis team to build a profile to try to find any potential killers.
The profiler unit in Lansing believed that Shannon was likely killed by someone within her peer group, her age group, by more than one perpetrator. And there was a good chance that.
I'm just putting these in random places, guys. Nothing special.
They said this was most likely a sexually motivated homicide.
And also that she was likely killed by someone that she knew. It had a pretty big impact in the city of Nuevo. Being a small community, it wasn't especially shocking for an 18-year-old girl who was well-liked, did not have enemies, to be brutally murdered.
It was scary because when you
Okay.
think about something like this could happen in a small town, it could be your neighbor. It could be the person right next door. How scary is that? There were so many rumors going around the schools, pointing fingers at different people.
There are some cases where the person responsible for the murder has taken something from their victim.
And a little more green over here, I think.
I knew she had a car.
Okay, pretty.
And I know there was mistakes.
Whoops.
It was no
All right,
problem.
so let's go back, and I thought the silver stamping would look the best. It's so hard to see.
When Shannon was found, there was a
I
bunch
should
of
have did gold, but I already have the silver on here, so I guess I'm sticking with silver.
The entomologist looks at what type of bugs and larvae are on the body and in what cycle. I would say it's fairly uncommon to use an entomologist.
So let's stamp another silver line here. Let's do this big. This one's not huge, but it's a little bit thick. Can maybe just do one stamp on this nail and be done. We'll see. So when I pick up my stamp, I'm gonna like kind of go down and just roll across, and it picks up perfectly.
Investigators were looking for the one person that was last with Shannon. It turns out there were 8 people that last with Shannon alive.
I want to put some smaller lines in a couple other spots as well, like near the side walls.
Now we have 8 suspects. We have to either confirm or eliminate as many as possible.
Dry it off. Let's do this one here.
Investigators talked to all 8 of these kids in detail at police stations on recording for those willing to take polygraphs, trying to rule them out one by one.
All right, I'm going to leave these as they are. And now let's see about adding any other nail art, if we're going to do it or not. Because I'm still open to pearls or maybe even these iridescent butterflies.
After Shannon's dad goes to work, meeting up with some people that she knew.
The kids in this group, they were
You think it's pretty, Patty?
hang out, you know, going to school together.
It was a typical group of teenagers whose real focus was partying. I would not have
Let's see about the little butterflies for a second. Let me grab one out.
8 other individuals that rolled together that night in 2 separate cars.
Oh, I bet they would look really pretty stuck on here. Maybe with some gel base. And then just seal them in with top coat, you know. Let's look at the sea pearls too, real quick.
If there was trouble, his name was associated.
Brandon, she didn't like being alone with him.
So I could either put them like scattered randomly on my accent on these 2 nails, you know, like just here and there, or these sea pearls come with the collection, I think, or they're available to get with the collection. They're half pearl and aqua and purple, and they're iridescent on the top. Or I could put something like here. Let's see about
There were some tips coming in saying that Brandon had left town shortly after Shannon went missing. Made him look suspicious.
I gotta think, guys, what I want to do here.
There were some tips coming in saying that Brandon had left town.
Trying to pick them up, they just keep falling.
Made him look suspicious. Brandon Seaworth brought up.
What we read in interviews, Shannon was riding around in the car with Brandon.
He said that Shannon wanted to go home.
When the opportunity came up for her to get in the car with someone else, she did.
Brandon said that he didn't see Shannon after that. The original investigators asked why.
All right, let's try the little.
And were able to determine that he went out to Colorado just to pick up a cousin to bring him back. It wasn't like he left to to move out there to stay away for months. He was gone a day or two.
All right, let's skip the iridescent
Kids told
butterflies. Let's try some small pearls in random spots here. I'm going to see if I can get them, although that ain't going to work. I'm going to have to put down base coat or something to get these to stick, I think. And I just want little ones.
And Shannon was with Paul and Matt Jones at that point. And Paul and Matt, they claim that they dropped Shannon off at home. They give a pretty detailed description of dropping Shannon off at her house anywhere between midnight and 2 a.m. They described the house, the fact that there was a porch light on, that they saw a TV on, and they even saw Shannon's dog running within the house.
The original investigators looked extensively into Matt and Paul Jones' story.
Investigators retraced the route that these kids drove to Shannon's house.
They saw Shannon's dog moving around inside of the house.
You could see the TV through one of the windows, and that there was a porch light. It led the investigators to believe that what they were saying was truthful.
The Jones brothers took a polygraph and passed it.
I don't have very many little aqua ones here.
Was looked at extensively. Those individuals didn't provide anything fruitful to the discovery of who killed Shannon.
People wanted to think that it was a stranger. That would have been the easiest. But the fact that she was found in such a remote spot that was known to local people made that hard to stay with.
It's too
I
big.
thought somebody else did it.
It changed the way I functioned during the day.
Oh, but how am I supposed to top coat these once I put pearls all over them, you guys?
The longer an investigation draws
I didn't think about that either.
out, you're not receiving as much information, and you're not getting
I don't like them.
follow-up on it.
All right, I'm just taking them off.
At certain
All right.
points, they didn't come in at all.
No pearls.
The investigation.
I'll put one on here.
So, over the years, the case went cold.
There's not a day goes by I don't think about her. How old would her children be? Would she be a grandmother by now? We lost a very special person in our life.
It does a hole in her heart. She was my only child. I never remarried.
I think maybe I'll just do that.
The fact remains that there was a cover out there a lot of money, so nobody knew who it was.
Maybe I'll do something at the bottom over here. If it looks bad, I'm not gonna, but we'll see.
People on the M37 corridor, but who killed Shannon Slater? Somebody knew something. I knew I had to keep it out there in the public's eye.
You'd get kind of a chill when you would see them. Everybody needed to be careful because things hadn't been solved.
I started in Nuevo as chief in 2000.
That's
Part
too
of the reason
big.
I took the job in Nuevo was the case. I wanted the case solved. Shannon's case was like a cancer in the community. It was something that people knew was there.
Oh, come on. My base is probably gonna be dry.
We had new administration in our district, and they wanted to put a cold case task force.
I think I'll leave that.
Anyone who was asked to be on the team, without hesitation, I accepted. Finding any of those responsible for the murder of Shannon, that was the reason I became a police officer.
I'm gonna pop that. Just gonna leave those three on the corner. I'm gonna leave this alone, and I'm gonna leave these alone.
Someone knows something.
First thing that we do is
I wonder if I should put one more at the very bottom. Or if that will screw with the shape of my nail, it probably will.
We call it victimology interviews. We're basically studying our victims.
I'll just leave it.
If shame
These
has been a
purples,
life
there's
factor
2
to
shades
the
of purple
We've talked about
pearls in
Shannon's
here, by
family,
the way.
her close friends, her acquaintances, just to find out who Shannon was.
Here.
Through victimology, it's pretty well known that Shannon always wore her classroom at her right hand. It wasn't any of Shannon's personal belongings that were left behind at home. The ring is missing. This was something that was held back. The police didn't advertise this. If we could find the ring, we could find the person that killed Shannon Sayers.
A little more base there. That's stuck.
For Pat, I think it's important to, if the ring was out there, you wanted to find it, that would be a crucial piece
God.
of evidence.
We got that little thing up in the corner there.
First thing that needed to be eliminated is
I like it.
where Shannon was murdered. Some years back, I got into metal detecting.
And I like this one too. Maybe I'll...
I went out many times and looked in that area for Shannon's classroom.
Should I put more up on this corner here? Like 3 more? Or should I just leave it?
I dug up every bullet within 200 yards of where her body was found. You know, in the back of my mind,
Yeah, I don't want to use gel chastity. I'm trying to avoid it, so I'm using dip base.
I never did stop thinking about Shannon. I worked at the sheriff's department during the summer when I was 15 years old, and I didn't stop.
I don't even know that I like these on the bottom now.
So I decided
I'm going to take them off. I'm going to put them at the top instead.
my motivation behind it was justice for this family.
The way I have these.
Became like a dog after a bone. Became a detective. She was a detective.
I'm talking to 10 people a day.
That's too big.
Some were very frustrated with me because it's not like I accused everybody.
Oh my god, I can't pick this up.
Like, they could have done it.
It was the talk of the town again. There is no ignoring the fact that
Come on.
social media is now an everyday facet of our lives. And people say things on a computer that they may not say in real life. That's why I started the Facebook.
I actually like this dip base. Like, it seems like easy to
Instant message from me.
like remove things if I don't like how it looks.
She had no concept of what we were doing, and I told her, if you have information, give it to us unfiltered, and just give it to us, and don't expect anything in return.
Amy Bonner is a civilian.
I think I used...
Capacity, trying to generate tips.
I did. I used the wrong size pearl. I gotta have to fix that. Get that off. Get off.
And I was more than happy to let them think that.
I received this Facebook message from a gal named Stephanie, and she tells me a story of her family and
Hey, one more aqua one.
The Hammond family is a local family. They have a bad reputation.
But it has to be the right size. I don't know if I have it.
Crazy stuff went on in that family.
Is this it? This is it. I think I literally have one more size than I need.
That runs underneath a bit. Stephanie tells me Shannon was raped there by several people after being drugged.
All right, I like that. I wish this was darker. I wonder if I can darken up that purple, you guys. What do you think?
Then they took her from that location by a
Yeah,
van
pearl stuck.
out to the woods. And then they ran her over.
All right, let's see if I can just darken up my purple.
So I asked her to bring me there. when she brought me to that house and I saw that there was, in fact, a creek running underneath that house, my mind is running wild thinking, oh my God, what did Shannon go through? So if that house has to be true, I knew this had to be it. The day that I was taken to the house, I felt an emotional connection to Shannon. I can feel the pain of what they put her through.
Okay, it is darkening up.
Called Pat Hedlund.
All appearances from the street, it's just a normal house on a lake. But as we pull up,
Add some more green.
and it's kind of like, wow, there is a house like that. Maybe something happened to Shannon in the basement of this house.
These are looking really cute.
Several of the family members were convicted of serious assaults, attempted murder. The information was that Shannon
Janet,
in the basement of health.
you here, Janet? I gotta ask you a question. And I'm gonna add a little more pink to.
Has no basement. It's never had a basement. And when we look at the Hammond family, we talked to everyone that we could find in their life. There's no evidence that they had any involvement with Shannon in her murder.
Good. I think these are pretty good.
Maybe it was a pain in the butt sometimes. But I can't fault somebody for being obsessed with a case when I'm the very same person.
Was I obsessed? Absolutely, I was. I did receive.
All right, I like them. I got a pearl stuck on my hand. I gotta say, they're lighter than, like, I thought they would darken up a little more. So they're kind of pale compared to the rest of it. But I think it looks cute, right? Do you guys like it? Because I'm stopping here. I still have to top coat, of course.
There's a tip that indicated that there might have even been a confession letter in Shannon's casket.
It is cute. Okay, thank you.
Pretty sensitive to have to bring someone out of their time.
Why do you have to walk?
So with the blessing of Bob Siders, we actually were wielding shovels and digging Shannon up.
All right, so I'm gonna reactivate. Oh, no, activator will probably mess up my nails, huh? That watercolor.
Friends telling her how much they loved her and how they were going to miss her.
All right, I'm gonna use activator on the other nails. I need some type of a brush to clean above my nails here too.
She had some hair in her right hand. Bob, if you were found in any victim's hand, I would assume that they probably fought back and got it from that person. So we resubmitted these items.
I'm just using alcohol here.
To see if they could obtain a profile, something that we can compare to a possible suspect.
There's a little bit of stamping ink and then a little bit of the watercolor ink. Okay.
Next to no
Looks good.
evidence to help us try and link a potential suspect.
The exclamation was no more disappointing than chasing down all these leads that need to be chased down and nothing coming.
Oh, I hear ya. Is it a nice day there, Chastity? It's beautiful here.
During the investigation, we interviewed approximately 400 people. We talked to all the people that knew Shannon. That led us to Julia Littich.
Okay. I'll use Cosmic's 2-in-1 Hema-free gel top coat for these watercolor nails. Oh, they're really shimmery. It's pretty.
10, and then I started looking for Shannon. I knew that she was going to run an errand and then connect with me after 10 when I got out of work.
Wow, I got a lot on my skin, it seems like. In the cuticle area, anyway.
The first time I went over there, it would have been about 11:30, 11:45.
Okay, in the lamp for a minute, and then when they're done curing, we'll wipe off the other nails and top coat them. Cloudy and 68, boo. It's faster than driving. Wow, so you're that close to it, huh? That's good. What is it? Is that your doctor's office or is it just a clinic?
Originally in 1989, Paul and Matt Jones, town investigators, they took her home.
Where are you gonna go in the Shannon?
Wait, second step TB test? Like tuberculosis? Or are you talking about something else? Oh, okay.
Someone was lying. From the original investigation, we began finding people that had contact with
Okay, I'm gonna wipe these off.
Lindsay Bradley came up in the original investigation as a friend of Shannon's. She also dated Paul Jones. Lindsay came in and talked to us.
I did add a little gray in there, and you can see it, and it kind of gives it a little more depth. But it kind of just looks like a big mess. I like it though. I think it's cute.
Lindsay Bradley was friends with Shannon. She also dated Paul Jones. Lindsay told us about a class ring that she saw in Paul's ashtray. She confronted him and said, "You're asking me on a date when you have another girl's class ring." And then he said,
I'm gonna wait a minute and then I'll go in for my second
"Let's face it, she's probably dead."
layer.
Why would you say, let's face it, she's probably dead? Doesn't seem like a normal person would want to implicate themselves.
That said to me that maybe that was Shannon's classroom. And that Paul and Matt Jones killed her.
Because of the class ring in the ashtray of Paul's car.
So we're doing top coat layer number 2 right now. So if you want your mani to last and not chip, definitely seal in your free edges, you know, cap those.
Sexual advances in Shannon resisted. And they didn't want to take no for an answer.
There's a glitter on my thumb, darn it. Oh well.
Every piece of information that came in was pointing towards Paul and Matt Jones.
But it's definitely a circumstantial case at this point. We needed to make a case.
Just wait for these to cure. Let me turn the light up. Here's the finished mani. Can you guys see the accent nails at all?
During this investigation, I talked to hundreds of people. And several people told me I should talk to Jenny Corrigan.
I used a bigger pearl on the thumb, but it's a much bigger nail than the pinky, you know.
So I called her.
It is a tuberculosis test requirement. Oh, for your nursing program. Okay, I got you. Oh, it's already 1:13. Boo. I like when the live ends before 1, and I know I have at least a full hour before Dominic gets home.
I was so caught off guard. She's crying hysterically, telling me the story about what happened and what she had seen. I immediately called Pat.
I'm gonna put these pearls away again.
I am an eyewitness.
Jen told us she had seen something relevant to what happened. She had
They're super pretty, and I love that they're half pearls because, you know, they sit flat on your nail as opposed to regular pearls. So if you do buy them, make sure you look for half back pearls. That's what they're called. Unless you want to use a full circular pearl, but it's hard. I mean, you can glue it on the nail easy enough, but it's just, it looks more awkward than something that's sitting flush on your nail, you know, like a half pearl does. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. You might like the whole pearls, you know.
She was riding around with Steve Robinson.
Everything I say is just my opinion or what works best for me, what I have learned through trial and error mostly. Of course, you know, when I started dipping, I watched every YouTuber I could, subscribe to all of them, and watched all the videos and stuff like that. I don't really watch those anymore unless it's something like I'm interested in. I like to watch Mallory's videos, but like Marla Chris or Dip Nails by Jules or Chelsea Sippin' and Dippin'. I don't watch them as much as I used to, you know. Susie from Nail Career Education, Long Hair Pretty Nails, all them. I'm even subscribed to Girly Nail 66.
They beat her bad.
I believe this was.
I gained like 2 subscribers this week, guys. Some dry skin in here. I'm just trying to get it out. All right. Well, these nails we know are dry. It is really pretty. It's kind of dreamy looking with the watercolors, and I'm definitely down for using them again. They were a lot of fun. I think if I was going to do it differently, I probably would have done gold marble stamping, you know, but I've never done the marble plate with silver. I've only ever done it with gold. So I'm glad that I at least tried that, you know what I mean? And I like this pearl placement so much better than the one. I didn't like how it looked. I felt like that pearl in the center was just too big for my taste. I prefer small, delicate gems, crystals, things like that, rather than large. But that's just me as well.
After Dean's statement,
I've been subscribed to Long Hair Pretty Nails Evie for a long time, but makes me mad when I see her $2 million house that you know was built off of YouTube. I mean, good for her, but why can't that be me? Cracks me up. These people have these giant houses and they'll be like a family of 4 or something.
I have no doubt that the information that I gave to Pat Hedlund was instrumental in how this case was solved. That day, Pat called me and told me.
Halfway dry.
I screamed, cried, screamed.
Yep.
you're not supposed to dare your children.
Let's use Juicy Peach or Peach Dipnotic Cuticle Oil today. I really like the scent of this one. And it's going to be really warm out, so it's perfect for the nice weather. Peaches give me memories of going to the ocean with my mother when we were kids, being there at like 7 in the morning, but she would always bring fruits, and peaches and plums were always 2 fruits she would bring to the beach, you know. So every time I use this oil, That's what it reminds me of. That and the Steve Miller Band song. Still rocking this rose gold Mother's Day Manny on my right hand. I have a cut on above my ring finger, so I was like avoiding using it until it's healed. But then yesterday I cut myself with my I irritated the skin above my middle nail with my hand file, and so in my photos today, it looks a little, my Manny post from today, it looks a little red and swollen. But what are you gonna do? Happens.
I was 26 years old. My first homicide was a friend and a boss.
Okay. I'm definitely using my teal sleeve, I think, today. Or I could just use my black shirt. But I think I'll go with the teal sleeve. Careful nothing catches the pearls. Grab a clip. I like the clips with the lace sleeves too because they hook right into like the holes in the lace. So they're usually really easy to get hooked on. Does this match okay, or should I do white, you guys? A white sleeve? I mean, it's not the same green. Maybe a white or a black sleeve would be better.
She finds Joe collapsed on the floor from what she thinks is a heart attack.
Everybody's so quiet. I'm asking questions. Nobody answers me. Might as well just be here by myself, ladies. Definitely gonna go do silver jewelry since we did the silver stamping, right?
Hospital together with the family. There was still a lot of confusion of what was going on.
I was sitting out there and waiting. And I remember going in to check on him. A couple doctors. Pretty much you could tell by the looks on their faces that it wasn't good.
Could do double hearts. Or I could do... I forgot about this one. This is actually a toe ring. Little heart charm. Or I could do my rhinestone initial ring. Where is it? This is a gold one. Oh, here it is.
I had followed the ambulance to the hospital, trying to find out.
Yeah, I think so. We'll use these. I could do my ocean seashell rings again, but I used those yesterday, so... Yeah, I think I'm just going to use these too. Alright, here is the finished Manny. So, these colors release this Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Dipnotic Nails. The aqua is called Fantastic. And this purple holographic fine glitter is called Mermazing. And then I also use the sea pearls, which they may even come like free with the collection. I'm not sure if she's going to do that or make them available for purchase. I do believe they will be available though. And then I just use these Galaxy Shimmer Solid Watercolors. I got them off of Amazon. They were either $10 or $11 or $12. It was something like that for them. That's about it. My Dipnotic Nails code for you all to save is Tara10. Set your alarms Friday, 10 a.m. Thanks for being here with me today, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. I'm going to try and do a one-color Manny. I was looking earlier to see like what dip I want to do, but I'm not quite sure. Nothing jumped out at me, so we'll see. Love you guys. See you later.
She thought the light bulb would just... She saw Joe on the floor.